G'day church, it's Pastor Lee here. I'm just here to give you a bit of an update about our reopening. I hope that you're all doing well. We have so missed your smiling faces in church each week. We cannot wait to see you again. If you haven't already heard, Pastor Sean and Megan announced last week that we will be opening again on Sunday the 2nd of August. Yes, put it in your diary. Sunday the 2nd of August at 9:30, we will be worshiping together in the house, right here in the church auditorium where I am. It's been 18 Sundays since we actually gathered together last here for corporate worship. And we cannot wait, as I said, to gather together to worship our God. It's been a lot of fun live streaming, but it's not the same. We are so excited to get back to church to see you guys again. As Pastor Sean explained last week, church might quite not look the same as it did when we last gathered here. We're going to be on a journey for a while. And there's going to be some things that I just wanted to let you guys know about. I've been asked so many questions about what does church in fact look like when we gather together. Well, I'm here today to try and answer most of those questions for you. So here is the important stuff that you need to know. Each week we're going to ask you to register for each service. Yes, we will need to register for each and every service each week, so that we can follow the social distancing guidelines set out by the government, the rules and regulations that they have imposed that we need to follow. We will unfortunately have to have limits on people that can attend the church service. All up, we can have 109 people here at the church to being part of the main service. 87 people will be able to go into the main auditorium, and then we can have a further 22 in our overflow in the church cafe. This is the amount of people that will be able to register for the main service on a Sunday. Heritage Kids, well, we can take an additional 20 children in our Heritage Kids program in the Heritage Kids Centre. Impact Youth, for the weeks that those are on, they will need to register for their service. There's about 12 that we can have for that. Otherwise, if the Impact Youth is not on that week, you will need to just register as part of the main service. You will need to register every person who is attending the church service in your family. Register yourself, your kids, your wife, your husband, whoever that may be, and make sure specifically that you register your kids for the Heritage Kids program or the Impact Youth program so they don't take up numbers within the main service. If you happen to arrive at church without registration, we will be asking you to please wait till the service has commenced so we can see what the numbers look like and if we can allow you into the church service. But there is no guarantee, which is why we encourage you to register, please. Church, if you registered, we really ask you to please be on time for the church service. If you don't arrive by 9:30 when the church service has started, there is a possibility that we may give up your seat for someone who is waiting for it. So please, 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 I encourage you to be on time. If you are not a regular attendee to Heritage of Faith Church, upon arrival and upon check-in, you will be asked to submit all your contact information for the purposes of contact tracing as per the government guidelines that are set out. If you know someone who doesn't have email, who doesn't have a social media, when you watch this video, you know that they might not have seen it, please get in contact with them and help them register for the service. We ask you, please do not register anyone who you know 100% might not be coming. We do not want to take up valuable spaces and for other people not to be able to come. Unfortunately, when we reach capacity, we will no longer be able to register anyone else. This is not something we want to do, and it's something that we are conscious of, so we please encourage you to make sure that you register and get in early. If for some reason you've registered and you know that you cannot attend anymore, please contact the church, please contact the offices, please get in touch with us and let us know so we can release your seats to let someone else be able to register for that. That's really important. Well, the golden question, how do I register for Sunday? Well, after the service this Sunday, if you're on our database, we're going to be sending you out an email with a link to be able to register. We're also going to post this link on our social media platforms, on our website as well. So you can go on there, fill in your details, and register for this service. Remember, register everyone in your household that is coming here. What if I'm volunteering? Well, if you are rostered on for volunteering for that specific service, you will be automatically registered. However, any other family members are not registered, so you will need to encourage them to register if they want to come. Volunteers, please look out on your emails. Please check your emails for emails from Chloe and from the team about your draft rosters. You're only getting a couple of weeks at a time because we need to evaluate how things are progressing over the coming weeks and make adjustments accordingly. Also, there is information there about a very important volunteers meeting to attend to. There's one of 3 options that we're asking you to attend prior to the opening Sunday. Prayer. Well, if you're part of the prayer group and you're on prayer last Tuesday, Pastor announced we're going to be having our first corporate prayer meeting next Tuesday. That's the 28th at 7 o'clock right here in the auditorium. You do not need to register for the prayer meeting. However, we still need to adhere to government guidelines, but there will be no need to register for that meeting. When you arrive, please arrive via the side door and we will check you in. If you're not a regular attendee to Heritage of Faith, once again, you will be required to give us your contact information for the purposes of contact tracing as per the government guidelines. Don't worry, if you can't get to the prayer meeting, we are still going to be live on Facebook for at least the next few weeks as we start to gather again together. So you can gather on Facebook prayer groups. So I encourage you to get on that. Church, we want to make sure that our return to church experience is as comfortable as it can be for you. We ask you to help us and work with us as we observe the government guidelines that we have to conform to. This does include social distancing and good hygiene practices throughout our venue. We're putting a lot of time and effort into the processes so that we can make this comfortable and as easy as possible. But we do have to comply to the industry COVID safe plan for churches. As we move forward over the next few weeks, there may be some changes of how things look, but we will keep you updated. We ask you to work with us so we can come together as a loving family so we can worship our God. If you do not feel comfortable attending church, that's not a problem. We are still going to be live streaming as we do each and every week to that amazing high standard that we now have. We put a lot of time, a lot of effort into what we're doing, and we're going to be maintaining that live streaming experience for a live stream family going forward. So if that's you and you don't feel comfortable getting to church, or if you are unable to register, we happen to be full, please join us on live stream. Well, that's most of the information that I need to give you, but if you do have any queries or questions, please feel free to reach out, contact our offices during business hours, or simply email church@heritageoffaith.com.au as our email address, and we'll endeavour to answer your question. Church, we thank you so much for this, for bearing with us during this time while we get to this stage, and we ask you to uphold the whole team in prayer at this time as we prepare to come back together. Church, we are excited. It's just over a week till we come back, so we encourage you to enjoy the church this Sunday. If you're watching this on social media, we encourage you to share this post, get the word out there. We are going to be back worshiping our God very soon. The church, have a blessed week. We'll see you very soon. God bless.